see.
We don't have any music playing. Music non-stop. But it is a Friday at 5:30, so.
Exactly.
You know, is it up though?
I'm trying to see if it is up. We got 1 thumbs up.
Well, yeah, that was on there. Why did you launch your music app?
I don't know.
I was gonna say we want to. With this. I'll make sure it's working.
I'm gonna see if it's working. I got something.
Okay, we're good.
Hey, it's a lot of people already here.
Oh, it's not cycling through.
Probably not cycling. Oh,
Boom! There it is. Okay, sorry guys, we just finally got an update.
yeah. What's up, Jason? What's up, Greg?
Thanks
John.
for the stream. The stream just populated, so
Yeah.
all of you guys just came boom at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Go webcaster,
Jamaica.
go webcaster, go webcaster, go web.
These
What's
nuts
up,
in the house.
everyone? Hey, so welcome to Friday, the special Friday pre-vacation show.
Yeah.
Just giving you a heads up. Next week, crickets.
I'm gonna
Crickets.
be out.
So I apologize,
Chimpo
but
out.
Chimpo out.
I like that. I like that. Exactly.
Bye. So we're coming on here
What's up, Christian?
so that we can get out of here and have a lot of fun. If you guys caught today's video, the load resistor bank we made, one of the comments that was repeated over and over again was you guys need to do something with the top of it. My original thought was that I just wanted to leave it scar because it was nice of them to give it to us and it looked cool, but then I thought, you know, I'm kind of with you guys. So if you caught the earlier Instagram show, you guys got to see it. There you go.
Ooh,
so
shiny now.
Ooh, we went ahead and polished it up. I left the sides black because I kind of like that, but there you go. So for right now, we got a sticker on there, and then if the laser is capable of doing something, we might do the laser on here.
Yep, that's the plan.
If not, maybe we'll just make a whole plaque to go over the top of it. Something silly like that,
Yes.
you know. So that'll be fun. But that's that. Now, there was one question which was they didn't understand what it was for, and it's like, how do you make Google Maps the default for CarPlay? No idea. No idea. I'm assuming you just tap it, but it's in your phone, so it has to be your phone, not the radio.
Right. Yeah.
So you'd have to be able to do that on your phone.
Well, and the new iOS that's coming out, you are gonna able to do that.
Are you?
Yeah.
You read that?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So when the
new
new iOS 13,
exactly,
there you go. So
it's coming
keep up
out
for that.
Yeah. You just move, you add whatever you prefer.
Well, you can move your apps around now. You just have to do it. But what he's saying is that he wants it to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
Yeah. So according to Fernando, there you go.
Okay. So if the live stream shuts off, it's because it's raining, guys.
It is
right now.
We're getting a super rainstorm with thunder and lightning. It actually just shut off when I wet my pants because the back door was open. And
awesome.
We were talking to Paul because I'm gonna miss you. And storm in Clearwater.
Yeah, I told you. You see that?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What?
That was a storm coming.
Yeah, it's not supposed to rain.
It is coming.
Thinking about a full Kenwood head unit, coaxials, coax and back, maybe 5-channel with 2 subs. Want clarity, more SPL, more than SPL, best option. Check out the high-res stuff, okay? So Kenwood has their high-res speakers that they make, and they are phenomenal. The problem with them is, and then there again, it's not a physical or a performance problem, it's with a perceived problem because the power rating on them is low. And everyone thinks these things don't handle any power. It's quite the opposite. The reason why the power handling is low on them is because the way they're designed, there's no big passive crossover network. They took it out. So there's like the mid-range has a natural crossover point built into its design, so it naturally rolls off at the frequency where the tweeter passive crossover picks up. So it doesn't have this giant big thing that it has to power through. So it doesn't need a lot of power.
Yeah.
So if you get like the 9105, the 901.5 amplifier, which is their big high-res audio amplifier, put that on those along with some subwoofers, get something like the 996 or the 9906. Magical, I'll just say the least. Now, whether you're a fan of high res or not, totally understand if you haven't heard it. I get it.
Yep.
It's not witchcraft or voodoo or snake oil or anything like that. It does sound better because of
X-Man.
the way it's designed. You never have to use it for it, but it still sounds better. I've heard it. It's okay. Anyways, so
all right,
something to check out.
Can you install a DSP in a 2017 Honda Civic premium sound system without the pack or a Data Maestro?
Can I do what now?
Yes, you can install a DSP, that's fine, but you're gonna need like a T-harness.
Oh, it's 2007 Honda Civic.
We just did the Honda Civic, and what kind of
harness
did
you
you
I had to
use?
make one, I thought.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought I had to make. I had to.
I
needed 3 harnesses because I had the reverse harness. So I bought all the harnesses. We got all the harnesses from Metra, and we made a reverse harness. I had to use 3 harnesses, I think. Or no, the DSP made a harness. Metra made the DSP harness, so I didn't have to use 3.
Exactly.
I thought I was gonna have to use 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
check metraonline.com.
Yeah,
and you will find
they have, or just go to our playlist and search like DSP T harness or T harness. We do a whole video where we show you how to convert those harnesses over.
Yeah.
But you will need some form of a high level to low level adapter to do it, or some form of a DSP. So something like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Like this guy right here is something you can consider. I personally would go for something like this here, so that you can have some form of tunability. Both of them will get you to the results you're looking for. And that is the ability to add amplifiers.
Okay, so this Felix say, I sent you a high-res copy of Maroon 5V. Did you get it?
I haven't got anything yet.
Man, what the heck?
I think he's mailing it to us.
Okay. No, we haven't got it.
Haven't got it yet.
Had it yet. Yeah, exactly.
What was that one that we were asking about? The go back.
I'm trying to. It's a lot of.
X-Man. What's up?
6.5.
No. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Stop.
Where?
Right there.
Right here.
Hey Dean, still have to thank you for helping me out with the Focal ISU 69. So that's for that tune van. Okay, Netherlands. Cool.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's right. You called. I remember. All right. Cool. I just wanted to say
as soon as we get it, Felix, we let you know.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. As soon as we get it, we talk about it. Hold on. I gotta shut this. This is driving. Have good. Oh man. Fernando, I have a 2007 Acura without nav, and I can find speaker wires.
Oh man.
Those are
2007 Acura.
Those are up.
Yeah. So for wires, you can go to the
Why not pull the radio?
Yeah, but like.
I mean, they're behind the radio,
yes.
or they're in the kicks, but they're high in the kicks.
Yeah.
Like you got to go behind like the glove box, and then the driver's side's a pain.
Yes. Yeah.
I would pull the radio.
Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do. You know.
What's the JL question there?
Let me see.
Right there. Stop. Right there. Can't afford JL. Go up so I can see it. Right here.
Right here. Okay.
What are your thoughts about super cabs? Are they dangerous? Would it be okay to install them in the bed of a truck under the hood where it's very hot, like in Vegas? Ooh, no, I would definitely.
On Instagram. Okay, they send you on Instagram.
Oh, I'll have to check. I'll have to check.
We will check that.
I'll check it tonight.
Thank you.
Probably not underneath the hood. I mean, I wouldn't go under the hood. Okay,
so Victor, if it's not behind the radio, definitely it's in the back.
Oh, then it's at the amplifier.
It gotta be on the passenger side.
It's either So there again, if you saw what we go back and watch the video we did not too long ago, like 2 weeks ago, on integrating into your factory amplifier.
Yep.
We talk all about we actually are working on a Honda Civic. We talk about all the locations where you could possibly find your amplifier and how to get into it.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be in the passenger side here or in the trunk in the back.
And like we say, if you don't want to cut the harness, at this point you don't have to cut the harness. Probably
well, no, they don't make anything for that.
They don't make a T-harness,
no.
Maybe a harness, something?
No, but it depends what he's trying to do. That probably has variable voltage output, so he could just solder RCAs behind the radio.
Yeah.
If it's an 07, it's gonna be. If it's an 07 with an outboard amp, more than likely it's a variable voltage.
So if
which there again, if you watch the video we just did on that, you can kind of get an idea how all that works, and then you'll be like, okay, cool.
All right, JC, do you make your own router tables? Yes.
The tables, yes. The lifts are Jessam. Yeah. So all the lifts are Jessam lifts. We have 3 Jessam lifts, 2 that are functioning right now, and 1.
Now, everything that you guys see right here is like we like, of course, like.
Okay, I'm gonna try not. So that's the lift right there. We have the cool 5-gallon buckets going to the big vacuum system in the corner. And of course, all the cool mobile solution stuff is sitting on the drill press.
Ah!
Sorry. The drill press behind Fernando's head. But yeah, okay. Dean, thoughts on Comp RT Series new L7 Slims?
Yeah.
So the plan is, after vacation, is to get this one here. Oh, they're heavy.
Can you get it?
No, it's heavy. This is the box we built for, or we had built, I should say. We had Sean build us this box here. Oh, there was one over there that wasn't loaded. It was later.
There you go.
So this is what we're gonna put. Now the ones we've already done sound really good, and the customer is super happy with them.
Yeah.
But as far as, you know, it's like anything else. When the new product comes out that's square, it's going to be, yeah, fun. Gain overlap.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a topic. How much time we got left? Okay. On a budget, would you prefer? Oh, where did it go? On a budget, would you prefer to use Dayton DSP, then use extra money elsewhere, or spend money on a DSR1 or JL tweak? I personally would spend the money on a DSR1 or JL tweak.
Yeah.
That's me personally. There again, we've worked with all of those, with the exception of the tweak, because I just don't have one yet.
Thank you, Victor.
It all comes down to the software, okay, and also the tunability. A DSR1, for whatever the price is, there again, the functionality of a DSR1 is way bigger than the Dayton.
Hey, Michael.
They're all good DSPs, and they're all going to get you to where you need to be, though. So take your pick.
Actually, Michael, that's probably Michael. The L7T
Oh,
that we put in the Edge.
Yes, that's the set.
Yeah.
Load. What does it say? Load resistor.
Where?
It was like right there. You scroll past it.
The low resistors you guys made was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if we finished it, we took everyone's advice and we sanded off the name and polished it, and yay! So it's all shiny now. When you guys, we've already tried them. Literally, I just held one up.
Supercalifragilistic.
The Edge, Michael has it set in his truck. Is mono amp good for 4-ohm sub?
Yeah.
Why does that matter what ohm it is? If the amplifier will put out its power at 4 ohms that you need.
If the amplifier is handled,
So, mono, it means 1. Okay, we all know that, right? So, there again, if you have a sub that needs 400 watts and you put a 400 watt mono amp on it, it's going to sound the way it's supposed to. If you have a 2-channel amp, it's 400 watts when you bridge it. That means mono.
Yeah.
It's going to sound good.
Yeah.
If you run it at 4 ohm and it puts out 400 watts at 4 ohm and that's what your sub needs, it's going to sound good.
What's up, Chris? Thank you.
Now, where this could get hokey is if you have a 4 ohm sub and a 400 watt amp that puts out 400 watts at 2 ohm, that means it's only going to put out like 200 watts at 4 ohm. That's not going to be good. So you just have to see what the power rating is at the ohm load you're trying to put the amplifier at. For example, on the other side of that coin, like if you buy the Scar Audio RP amplifiers, which are very popular, which is what the load resistor is based off of, they have the 2000, they have the 1500. I'm personally a fan of buying the 2000 and running it at 2 ohm, not 1 ohm, because 2 ohms, it will perform better. And then if you're buying the 800, I prefer you go up to the 1500, and there again, run it at 2 ohm and not 1 ohm. Better performance out of the amplifier. It'll stay cooler. It won't be running like on its... okay, so there again, just a thought.
Hey, Darryl, for the prices, probably you can call, you can call Paul at the store. He will give you prices and everything about what are you trying to do.
What was the...
Hang on, I'm trying to... This one is good. Hang on, right here, James.
Hi,
guys. If I remove the passive crossover from my rougher components, speakers, and use the cap for the tweeters, would I get better mid bass?
No, not necessarily. No. You're just gonna no, you're not.
No,
okay,
just like...
So here's the deal: the passive crossover that comes with pretty much every speaker,
Monster.
Okay, it gives you a bottom for the tweeter, meaning the lowest frequency that tweeter is gonna play. It gives you a top for the mid-range, meaning the highest frequency that mid-range is going to play. What it does not give you is a bottom for the mid-range. That's what your amplifier, radio, or DSP is going to do. Mid-bass is in the bottom, meaning it's the lowest most frequency that passive crossover has nothing to do with. So by removing the passive crossover, what you would actually get is more high frequency. And then you'd have a problem because it's going to be playing frequencies up where the tweeter is, so you're going to have all that going on. If you're not getting adequate mid-bass, look at your installation. How well is it in there? Meaning, do you have it, is the surface you're mounting it on rigid? How you can make it rigid is obviously with a better baffle, sound treatment. Is all the sound getting from the speaker into the car, or is it getting lost in the door panel? Some form of gasket material around the speaker forcing the sound into the car will improve upon that. So we use fast rings, but there are other things available. It just needs to be some form of a gasket of some kind. That's how you get better mid-bass, okay?
Okay, so Bobby, sorry.
No,
Bobby said he referred to the L7T or the Comp RTs.
Okay.
Which one is better? For me, the L7T has
the
more power handling.
Yeah, it's going to be louder.
Definitely better.
But it's also deeper and requires more power, and it's square. So
Correct.
You have a little bit of difficulty on the installation that you're not going to have with a standard round style speaker. However, if you're going to, like in this case, like the box that I just showed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like if I have this box right here, okay, and this is a down-firing SUV box. So this is going to sit in the back of an SUV like this and be all cool. This box is going to be substantially louder than its comparable Comp RT box, if that helps.
All right, so if you want to show gauges, tire pressure, you will need some form of iData Maestro harness and module.
Yeah,
and
the Maestro RR and a T harness.
So go to the website, type your model number of your car, year, everything, all the information, and they will show you what features are available for your car.
Yeah, because it has to be compatible, and also you have to have a radio that's compatible with an RR to show that stuff. So that's that.
Kalman struggle? I prefer the Maestro RR, man.
The box with the sub in it, LOL.
If you want to do a steering wheel controls and all that stuff, Maestro RR, man.
So it's actually the SR steering wheel retention.
Yeah.
So it'd be an SR as opposed to a. Okay,
RR,
so why would you go with an SR over an access piece? Okay,
or another one.
Regardless. Okay, so they're all three different. Okay, so whether you have iData, access, or pack, let's just throw them all on the table. We'll take the access first. So the access, you wire it up. Okay, so you're either getting the information from their website, which is the easiest place to go. You go to access, whatever, and there's the information right there. And then you go into the car, you wire up the 4 or 5 wires, and then you have something you have to do. Usually it's like pressing the steering wheel control to wake the module up with the radio plugged in. And it does a feature called auto learn. And if all that goes successfully, you're done. Okay, it learned everything it needed to. Now, in some cases, you have to go back into the programming and program in phone buttons, in some cases. Now, with PAC, like if you get a CP2,
Modesto,
you go to their website, that is an app on your phone, and it tells you there's dip switches on the side, and you flick those dip switches, okay, and then it gives you the wiring diagram next, and then you put it in the car, and you're done. Those dip switches told everything, what you have on your steering wheel and what needs to go into the radio. Now you still can reprogram it, and it programs the same as an RC, which is literally just hold the button on the side so the light blinks. Then there's a sequence, so you have like volume up, volume down, mute, track up, track down, pause, you know, and there's all, and so you just skip the ones you don't want. You guys have seen them in the videos we do them. So that's that. Now on the iData, it takes like, those existed, so they're like, how can we do this similar but better? So for them, you download the software to your computer, which could or couldn't be difficult. What's up, man? We're going to be on the show. We should talk about that. And so you got the software on your computer, you plug it in, and then you tell it what car you're going to put it in, and then it asks you. It shows a picture of your steering wheel, and it says, here are your buttons. What do you want them to do? And then you say, I want this to do that, that to that, that to do that. Okay, and then you say, okay. Flashes the module, and then it'll go to the install page, just like they all end up on. You go out to your car, you wire it up. So the wiring process on all of them is the same. And then it's done. So once because you saw what you wanted it to be, there's no guessing. They're all going to get you to the same place. It's just a matter of which ones your brain makes sense to you. For me, I like the iData as well as I like the pack, because I've been doing pack since they were peripheral. So when cars, you had pedals with your feet and stuff. Okay.
All right. What's up, Oakland? Let's see. The subwoofer box is Kicker. No, the subwoofer box is not a Kicker. It's not from Kicker. It's actually from Sean. Sean make our boxes. He used to be in Brightstar, so not anymore.
So Hi-Fi Vegas?
Yes, Hi-Fi Vegas.
Hi-Fi Vegas and Big D Wiz, Wilson, Derek, they do the talk show, 12 Volt Talk. Me is going to be on it on the 17th of July.
Yeah.
So at 8 o'clock, that's their Wednesday when they do the show. So we're going to be on it. We're going to be doing the whole, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I'm assuming they're going to ask me questions.
What are you guys going to play?
We're going to have lots of fun. So yes, I'm going to get to be on, I get to be on somebody else's show.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited about it because I don't have to ask the questions for once.
I'm not running in the rain.
Love the resistor bank and Scar chassis. Yeah.
Awesome.
So we just finished it today. So we made it a little.
So
funner.
the credit is definitely from Scar.
Yeah, Scar.
For Scar. Yeah. And
well, no, the credit we can thank the guy that decided to get this thing wet. That's the guy.
Exactly, because
the guy that got it wet gave us the ability to have the amplifier. One guy made the comment. He was like, "It's gonna do no good with the fan on the bottom like that," because I'm like,
"You coming to Cali?
We could put legs on it."
You going to Cali?
I'm not going to Cali until we're going in February, right? February. We're gonna be there in February for Knowledge Fest. We'll
so
be
whoever
LA.
is in Cali on
February.
Yeah.
We don't know when yet. It's in February.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it more once we get closer to February.
Yeah.
Because we got to get through Christmas.
So we can meet up, make a party outside. Ooh, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. We're thinking about that.
Yeah.
So obviously Dallas is in August.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about Dallas when we get back from vacation, because that's coming up in August. So it's gonna be fast.
Yeah.
But then next year we have California, Indy, Orlando, Dallas.
Yes.
So there's 4 shows next year that we're going to try to hit all of them. It's going to be a stretch for sure. I don't know if we're going to make it through all of them, but
yes.
Yeah, X-Men. I love the Scar Sync as well. I had a similar idea for a project using them. Right? I thought it was a cool idea. I mean, why not? Should I connect my tweeters to the amp or the deck, or bridge them to the door speakers? I would not use the deck. I would definitely stick with connecting them to the door speakers.
Cool. And
that would be the best idea. The reason why we don't recommend the deck is because the deck's amplifier is going to clip out long before your preamp section will. So what you end up having to do is now adjust the whole radio to its lowest common denominator, which is the deck power. So, for example, if you put tweeters on those front 2 power, and the radio craps out at 28, that's where that factory amplifier goes and gives up the ghost. But your preamp section will go all the way up to 38.
Yep.
All right, that's 10 levels. Well, now it can't. So now you have to say 28 is my max level. So now you have to go back to your gain and turn your gain on your amplifier up, which means you're going to have floor noise and the opportunity for engine noise, and just all kinds of bad things happen. So no, don't do that. Just connect it to the door speaker.
Yep. So definitely we're going to Dallas.
Yes, we'll be at Dallas.
And then it's going to be California.
Yes. Y'all doing Samology next year. Don't know yet.
Exactly.
Don't know. We're still trying to get through this year. We got a lot of stuff left to do in this year. September is also going to be another. September I'm going back to Kicker to
Oklahoma.
do a big, hopefully do a really, okay, so I made a wish list. They said, hey, we're going to do that thing again. And I was like, ooh, can I come? And they said, well, of course. And I said, awesome. And I said, well, can I do something a little different? And they were like, I don't know. What do you have in mind? email us. So I put together this big wish list of things I want to do. So we'll see what happens.
What's up, Kevin?
Is there no concern with mounting amps under the seat with the heater vents there, especially in wintertime, putting out a lot of heat? Yes, there is. However, keep in mind that when it is cold, the amplifier is also cold. Because a heat sink, it's aluminum, the temperature on it is going to do the same thing. By putting the amp underneath the seat with the heater on it, you're actually thawing out the amplifier too. So it kind of goes both ways. In the summertime, the air conditioner blows on it, keeps the amplifier a little cool. In the wintertime, it heats it up and gets it back to an operating temperature. Can it get too hot? Yeah, sure, it possibly can. But then again, just open your door for a second and it'll cool right back down.
Correct.
We have the advantage here is that we obviously live in Florida where we don't have temperatures that ever get that cold. So there's that. But yeah.
All right. Somebody say right here.
Can I come to?
Can I connect my component speakers to an aftermarket unit?
Yeah, you can. They're gonna sound okay. I mean, again, it just depends. It should sound better.
All right. Love the show and the videos. What do you think about the full Morel system of '96 Impala SS 3-way in the front doors? They're gonna sound amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's Morel. I mean, you had me at Morel.
There you go, right there. What are you guys going to do in Dallas?
Dallas is going to be Knowledge Fest. So Knowledge Fest is, for those of you that have never heard of Knowledge Fest, those shows that we talked about, Knowledge Fest is the 12-volt convention that's designed specifically for industry professionals, meaning, unfortunately, consumers can't come. That's why we do the show from there, so that we can kind of bring you along and show you what it is and what we do. It is 3 days of 8 to 9 classes a day schedule. I mean, you can schedule 4 classes a day, but there's like 8 or 9 to choose from. There's usually 3 or 4 classes every hour on the hour for like 4 on the. Oh, it is. Oh, it is 4. It's like 3, 6. It's a ton of classes, okay?
Yes, it's a lot.
We go from 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we'll cover like a 7.
Well, that's besides point. But classes start like 9 o'clock, and then they go to lunch, and then from there till 4, depending on when the showroom is open. And so it's just a really big learning session for anyone that is in the 12-volt industry.
Yeah.
We go because think of it as continuing education, because that's exactly what it is. It's continuing education so that we can talk to people that know more than us, hopefully, and can train us and teach us. And also we get to meet people that we mainly only get to talk to on the internet.
Like him, he came today, and you know, so the Bay, he came from New Mexico. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah. You guys, the best knowledge for car audio. Love Australia. Oh, we love Australia. We got a ton of fans in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Like a ton. Like I look at the analytics and it's like Australia is like
right
here
there.
And then Australia. I'm like, wow. I'm going to Australia, man. 12 Talk should host a conference with Soundman and Mark. Yeah, I don't know if the audience would. Yeah, I mean. That's for them, man.
Can I use my LC2i for bass roll-off and a DSR1 for the DSP together?
Yeah. I mean, no. No, because the DSR1 doesn't have a sub-input, and if you use the output of it, you're going to screw up no. It's really not the best way to do that. You could do it with a DM608 because, you could do it with a DM608. That would be the best.
Wow.
Well, no, the DM608 you just use a DM608 because it has bass roll-off built into it. It has AccuBass.
The 608?
Yeah, the DM608 has AccuBass built into it. So you would actually just do a DM608. That would be the product you'd want.
What do you think about bass knobs?
I like them if the bass is too loud. You know, I mean, obviously, you need some form of control for your subwoofer, and especially if you have, you should have a bass knob. There's really no reason not to. I was not a big fan of bass knobs until we really started sitting there tuning bass knobs or tuning systems and like really getting into it. And it was like, I like the bass knob now because I usually like to turn it off.
Yeah.
So,
what's up, Scotty? Let's see. Jesus. I don't know where it is.
yeah, it's okay.
All right. Thanks for the video. 2003 Silverado really helps my
What's up,
daily
Scotty?
driver. Cool.
Lots of fun.
Yes, definitely. So this is what we want to do.
Yeah, this is called Friday at 5:30 when you got guys sitting at home with their pants around their ankles. Fiberglass inside the boxes.
What do you think?
Oh, sealing up a box. Yeah. It was funny. It was talking with Jeff Smith, and he was doing Marie's husband's Dodge Ram, and he bought the generic. He bought the crappy 110
Just
box because that's all we had.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, I had to do the roll around trick. And I was like, the roll around trick? He goes, that's where you just dump a bunch of fiberglass resin on it and you just do this and soak up all the corners. And I was like, oh,
that's
yeah.
when you start dancing, right?
Yeah, I used to do that. I know what
you
you're
go.
talking about. I didn't know that's what you called it. So yeah, no, it's perfectly cool. No reason not to. If you want to sand it and paint it and go crazy, do it.
Yeah. So they have my ideas for my 2008 Ford Expedition. Yeah, why not? So let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Just another
Should
day.
polyfill be used in Enclosure? So it really depends. I say yes,
What?
depending on the size of the box and what you're trying to do. I say yes. There are other people that say no. There again, it also depends. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying there again. This is a conversation that Jeff Smith and I had about that same box. Was I'm going to fill it with polyfill and have some fun with that. And I was like, yeah, why not? I mean, we do that from time to time, and it does help. Some people don't like it, and that's their problem. But yeah, it does work.
Yeah. Well, you guys start your own brand of amps and speakers?
So funny. No, that's not gonna happen.
No. It's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Which component brand do you recommend for a price budget? A low price budget.
So that's where a lot of the times you can get into the actual stereo brands. So like you look at like Pioneer, you look at Kenwood,
even the new Kicker
and the Sonys.
CS.
Well, yeah, the Kicker CS are really nice.
Yeah.
I like using polyfill myself. Hi-Fi Vega, Mr. Box Builder, he loves using that.
Exactly.
So like Kicker makes the CS, which is nice, that are really affordable, and the new Gold Line Kickers are phenomenal.
New design, new speaker.
Oh my gosh, those things are incredible. But Kenwood has the Exelon line. I'm a big fan of the Kenwood Exelon line. They sound amazing and they're reasonably priced. Pioneer, they make the D series and they make the A series. I mean, if you're really on a price point, the A is going to be your most price conscious there is. But yeah, I don't know. Could you do a review on the audio control EQs? Maybe. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Maraximo components are great. Yes, they are.
They are.
How long are you going to keep the Kenwood and the Camaro? I'll let you know when we get back from vacation on that one. So we'll talk more about that one when we get back. There's more to come on that, so don't know yet.
Okay, so Craig say, hope to able to make it to Knowledge Fest someday. We'll really love to meet you guys. Yes, that.
Are you okay, Craig? So for all you guys that are in industry,
industry,
and I'm sorry, I hate to separate the two groups because you're all fans in my eyes, and I want everyone to be and enjoy it. But if you are a professional installer, and you belong to the what is it called? Mobile 12-volt Syndicate?
Yeah,
what is it called?
Mobile Syndicate.
Mobile Syndicate. And if you can't find it and we're friends on Facebook, just DM me and I'll send you a link. Okay, and then they ask you 3 questions. Because you have to be, the only way to get into this group is you have to be an installer, a salesman, or work for a retail. Okay, a retail or... Anyways, Memphis Audio is giving away an all-expense-paid trip to Knowledge Fest Dallas this year. Okay, so if you're a member of this organization, you could enter to win, and you have to do something. Like you have to write a paper. I found out about it last night. I haven't read any of the reviews for it. But if you're in industry, join that organization on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or club or whatever you want to call it. It's a great place for knowledge too. That's really the whole purpose of it, is to gain knowledge. You know, anytime we learn something, you share it, or you comment, or you help other people. It's for industry people to help other industry people to make things better. But you do have to be professional. So, but you could win a trip. All right, there we go. Dallas is for hillbillies. Yes, Joe Blow, and so are you.
MECP?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did the webcast cut out?
No.
Yet.
No. Everything's fine.
Yep, buffering. It could be buffering. It could be buffering. I'm a Pioneer lover. Oh, so where did they go? Where did the books go? Are they right there?
Over there.
Right there. All right, so check this out.
No, they're here? No, they're not.
Right here.
Oh wow.
So, when we get back from vacation, refresh page. I can't refresh the page.
No, you can't.
Is your page frozen?
No. Everything is fine.
Refresh your page. All right.
You refresh your page.
When we get back from vacation, these are two hardbound Pioneer books that they came out with to promote their Z series and their D series. Okay, they're gorgeous. Okay, so they're for Pioneer fans. All right, they're shiny and sexy. When we get back from vacation, we got two of these. We're gonna give them away to two lucky Pioneer fans. We're not gonna talk about how yet because we don't know, but these are going up for grabs. We're gonna be giving these away. Not yet, of course, but so if you're a Pioneer guy, there you go.
Yep.
Yes, refresh mind and health. There you go. Best 10-inch for rear deck on a Lexus, and the factory sub is 9-inch, and I can put a 10-inch in. A lot of so like on that, what we typically use is we use the Pioneer shallow mount 8-inch for that particular application because those fit real well and they sound good. If you need otherwise you could check out the kicker stuff, you know, like the comp RTs to go in there. Because usually you need something that's shallow. Sometimes the kicker comp, which is the smaller one with the smaller magnet structure, those will fit too and sound pretty good. What is it? What do you say? Is it an actual Nissan like factory, or is it there? Because there was a lot of back in 2007. Somebody turned off the air compressor.
Somebody don't turn the compressor off, man. UK is in the house. It's
back
buffering,
in 2007, there was a company that made a factory fit version of that screen for those, so you'd want to figure that out first.
Okay. Mine got just.
And then you may be able to. What's that?
No, it's just buffering.
Oh, yeah, this is rough. It's the weather's just killing me here.
Yeah, just the weather, guys.
Yeah. So the weather.
Yeah.
It's just Florida storms,
making it hard right now.
Yeah, totally making it hard.
I spend the extra $300 for the new XR receiver or save.
Oh, I would totally spend the money.
Oh yeah.
Totally spend the money.
So how you like the new Kenwood?
I love the new Kenwood.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm loving it a lot. I don't want to give it back. I put comp RTs and the whole rear deck. What was that one? That was funny. I put comp RTs and the whole rear deck went crazy and the factory amp shut off. So I put the amp for it and made it worse. Yeah. So a lot of the times when you replace the woofer in the rear deck, you do need to do some sound treatment.
Yeah.
And also you have to make sure you get that ohm load right, because that's the most important thing. If you get like a dual 2 and you had a dual 4 in there, you're gonna have issues.
Yeah.
Plan on going Z series in the door. Oh crap.
And the doors and what do they say?
I don't know. Z series in the doors and tweeters decided on the M650 Pro. Should arrive tomorrow. Hope not to be disappointed. If you like a super bright tweeter, you will not be disappointed.
Nope. You can
DJ Magic Mike or Techmaster PEB. I have them both on my phone. I'm gonna go with Techmaster PEB because that was in my mind the original. They were both here in Florida. We used to sell the Techmaster PEB CD back in the day. I think we sold like 300 or 400 of those CDs. Bassgasm.
Who made the best shallow mounts for the trucks?
So there again, it really depends on your budget.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something that's budget friendly, our favorite, of course, is the Comp RT. If you're not a kicker fan, We have these guys right here, which are the Phoenix Gold MX series drivers. Are really nice. If you have the budget, you could check out like the Rockford T1 Shallows. They make a 10 and a 12, both phenomenal, and they come in pre-made boxes. The 10 comes in a ported box, the 12 comes in a sealed box. Output, very similar. Sound characteristics, totally different. But yeah, that's something. And if you have a little bit more room,
yeah,
you have the new L7T truck box, truck woofer. This guy right here does not come in this box. We had this made. You can pick one of these up.
Okay, other than the Clarion and the Stinger LFA, is any other?
Bobby, it's fun, isn't it?
Is any other with the optical cable output?
No.
Is that the Alpine one?
No, it doesn't have it anymore. Okay, there might be an older model Alpine that you could possibly get that still has the optical cable.
But no.
But no, none of their current lineup that is in the the new ones have it. No, it sucks. But yeah, just get the Stinger.
Yeah, the new L7 is really nice.
Face in your face power supply. Yeah. That was another CD. Yeah.
Yeah, bass for you. Power supply.
Dude, L7 is dope. It is pretty cool.
It is really nice.
Is Vega bringing back the stroker sub? I thought they were. I thought they were for a while there. The rep that we had isn't the rep anymore, so I have there's very little of those companies, because Diamond and Sturm Vega are the same company, and there's very little representation here in Florida for that. They're typically at Knowledge Fest, so if they are there, we'll definitely check that out, because we plan on doing some really cool shows from there this year. We're going to change it up a little bit at Knowledge Fest as far as how we handle that to show you guys. We're planning on doing more smaller videos. That's why we've been trying to get everyone to head over to Instagram for the 5 Minutes with 5 Star, or watch the 5 Minutes with 5 Star and subscribe and all that fun stuff, because that's where a lot of that is going to come through, because we can do that quick and easy, and we can do multiples, and we can have the whole story throughout the day kind of play out. So that's kind of where, we're still going to do YouTube, we're still going to do Facebook, but we can do more with Instagram faster, because we don't have to, it's just easy. But we're still going to have the Friday show where we go around, but then we want to go back and be able to hit more small things and have that kind of interaction that we haven't had in the past.
All right, I have this one on the Stinger ground loop.
Isolators.
SSGL1 is the RCA cables and 2 brown wires. Where do you connect the 2 brown wires?
You don't.
Who is going? No, you don't.
You don't connect them to anything. They're just they're there for a ground shield if you need it.
I've
never used them for anything.
No.
I always cut them short, tape them off. I've honestly never used them for anything.
Nope.
What was that acoustic question? Scroll down.
Okay,
is there
right
an acoustic
here.
difference between a slot port and an arrow port on a sub box? Well, that is a good question. I like slot ports personally myself. So, depending on who you talk to and how nerdy they are, I'm sure the answer would probably be yes, there is a difference, because of the roundness. Now, on those big ports, it's going to be different. But I always like slot ports.
Yeah.
I like the way slot ports sound.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the way slot ports sound.
Yeah.
12-inch sealed or 10-inch ported. Everybody vote for Dean. Go ahead and hold that up.
There you go.
So, yeah. 12. Okay, so those are my only 2 choices: 12-inch sealed or 10-inch ported. You're going 10-inch ported. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. So, I like ported because I like boomy, but I can put a lot more if I could. Man, I know, because we just did that Flax 12-inch and the Jetta.
And that was
no. What did we do that? No, we did the it wasn't the Flax. It was the Hertz Milli Pro. Milli Pro 12.
Yeah.
That we did, and I don't remember what we did in the Acura.
Yeah.
That was like this little tiny box that we had Sean made for us, and to spec, and it was like, this thing is gonna suck. I mean, this is gonna be the biggest piece of crap ever. There's no way this is gonna sound good, because it literally was a shoebox, and it was like, oh my god, this is incredible. So if I got that, I'm going with that. Now, I know on the opposite side of the coin that if I put it in a porta box, it's going to be loud as could be. But I don't necessarily need more sound. I want the accurate sound. So, you know, I don't necessarily need loud. Now, you like boomy.
I like boomy.
So the volume is going to be really close, but you want that fat sound.
I want that, like, go
Yeah.
everywhere.
So there you go.
So, and don't forget to vote, guys,
Yep.
if you are in the industry.
Guitar
Right here.
Johnny, what's going on? I used to make
spots.
Port Square out of MDF. Yeah.
There you go.
That's what you use.
Hello from Barcelona. I love Barcelona.
Thank you so much. Votes are in. Yeah, you have until the 8th. So if you want to vote and you're watching this later, you have until the 8th.
Hello from Norway.
If you're a consumer, it's Installer of the Year. If you're in business,
industry?
if you're in the industry, it's Trusted Tech. They're two. Yeah, makes no sense. It's not my deal. I'm just playing in their field. Hello from Norway. Is MTX still a good brand like it was in the 90s? I'm gonna go no, because they're not that they're a bad brand. Take that out of the equation. It's not as well known as it was back in the 90s. I think that's more the statement, is that they're not as relevant as they were back in the 90s, because now there's so much more stuff, and they've kind of gotten lost in the mix. So,
have you ever used the Sky High Premium RCAs? No. I was looking for the concept.
The crystals,
Yeah, but Sky High uses thicker gauge wire, which figure thicker gauge.
It may be. It depends on how many conductors there are, because 2 conductors are good, 4 conductors are better, 8 conductors are better than that. So like the Kicker 9000.
Cincinnati.
What makes those so good is there's tons of conductors in there. They have dual conductors, so like each RCA, each single RCA is basically a pair of RCAs in one. So and that's also why they're silly expensive.
How can I buy the box that you just show and the L7T?
Right now, I don't know, because we're not really.
Yes.
I don't know yet. Let's just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Patreon video. Oh, the podcast. Yeah, we got one more. I got one more, so you're gonna get your 2 for the month. So just relax. No problem, Cargiff. It's coming. I gotta get that one up tonight or tomorrow. 212-inch versus 118. What is your opinion? Okay, now you're just getting silly, Mark. I'm gonna go 212s. The 18's too slow. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I had 215s when I was younger, and I had a blast with it.
18,
and,
man.
We've
go
done,
big or go home.
We've done 218s in that dude's Land Rover, which was like, yow. I'm not. It's nothing I'm gonna put my head in. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Resistors for adding amps in a RAM from. You will need resistors for sure. Okay, from to or sold to or only. I don't know what that all means, but yes, you will need the load resistors on the Dodge Ram for right now.
Okay, so what do you think about...
For right now. That's going to change here going forward, but not for any time in the next couple months.
All right, thoughts on the 4-inch speakers?
4-inch coaxial speakers?
4.
What thoughts do you want? It's a 4, it sucks. Do you have a Jeep? Is that why you're asking? Because that sucks. What most people are kind of leaning towards is the BMW style of speaker. So like Rockford makes a BMW perfect fit speaker, and Focal makes no, they don't make not a 4-inch. Yeah. So if you have the JL Jeep and that's what you're asking about, a lot of people have been using the Rockford Fosgates as well as the Focal.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. I got a text last night about this very question from somebody that shouldn't have been asking this question, but. Like Johnny Brolin out of Texas, what he does is he cuts the front panel off and makes a new ABS panel for it, puts a 6.5 in it. A lot of guys in the overhead they're making new grills, which I haven't seen one guy do one yet that looks good. No offense to anyone that's done it, they just don't look good. But yeah, that's that. Which is better, capacitor or battery? Battery is always better. Battery is power, cap is a joke.
Yeah.
Unless you can find some old school 22 volt caps. You want a battery. You're gonna get way more out of battery. Plus, Stinger just has their new. They just came out with a bunch of new small red top batteries that are phenomenal.
Yeah,
man. And they're cute. They're so tiny. It's like I think the 960 amp one is like this big. It's like, and it's only like that tall. It's so cool. Oh, a special show. Okay. Yeah, we could work on that. I see what you're saying, Car Gift.
Yeah.
And we've toyed with that idea for the Patreons. We just don't know. We just don't know how we do it yet. So there again, right now we're running so fast through all this. It's just chaotic because it's summer. We got a lot of stuff on the horizon and trying to figure out one more thing to do. But it's always something we want to do. So as far as Patreon goes, we're always trying to come up with new stuff for that. It's just we're getting there. We're getting there.
12 gauge power wire would be enough for the kicker key under the passenger seat. It's a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12
Yeah,
is fine.
it's a
Because
12 gauge as well.
we run a 10.
We run a 10.
We run a 10 because I don't have. No, I do have 12 gauge power, but we've always just run a 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have? No, we have 10 gauge power.
We have 10 gauge.
We run a 10, but a 12 would be sufficient.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. You know, it's not like oh my god, no, it's fine.
What is he saying? What software do you use when you edit your videos? All right, so that's Ant-Man, which is Anthony, which is Ant-Man on audio here on the YouTubulous. Has
YouTube world.
Who says EXO YouTubulous. But anyways, you can find Anthony Car Audio for Life at Ant-Man.
Ant-Man Knows Audio.
There you go. Thank you. Ant-Man Knows Audio. So for editing videos, so for the first 5 years, we edited everything with iMovie on a Mac. All right, and it was fine. It was kind of grueling, and this was long before. So the problem we ran into is GoPro. GoPro at the time didn't have software that was universal, so you'd have to edit your GoPro software outside of iMovie and all that, and then import it in. So it just sucked.
Yeah.
But eventually they fixed that. Like they fixed that, I think, like a year and a half ago. GoPro did.
Yeah.
And that's great. What would happen is you get a color shift, and it was really freaking annoying. So then what we ran into is we needed more tracks, meaning, so basically anytime you're editing a show, you need a timeline editor. So you need to be able to build a story out, so you need a timeline editor. Anything able to do a timeline editor like iMovie is great. Vega, whatever. But what we need is we also needed vertical. And with iMovie, you can only go one vertical and audio down one. But we needed to go several audio down and several video up. So for that, we switched to Final Cut, and the reason why we switched to Final Cut is because we were so deep into iMovie. Final Cut and iMovie is kind of like Final Cut Lite without saying Final Cut Lite. So that's why we went there instead of Premiere. We probably should have gone Premiere, but I needed to be able to do a quick switch between iMovie to Final Cut because we have no downtime. So I didn't have like a week where I could sit there and learn Premiere. It was literally like on Friday I stopped editing with iMovie, and Sunday night I was editing with Final Cut, and it was like so that's how that goes.
Yeah.
Kinetic or Optima batteries? Kinetic.
Kinetics?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kinetic. That's an easy one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What was vote for Dean? Yes, vote for Dean.
Yes, vote for Dean. I'm familiar with the Down for Sound, Justin and Taylor. I follow them on Instagram. Yeah, they make cool stuff.
What was the question?
Oh, just they say if we're familiar.
I need Final Cut to come out for an iPad. I would. Okay, so I have an iPad and we use an iPad. I don't use an iPad for anything other. I don't. We need an iPad Pro. No, I don't, because I don't want to do anything over Bluetooth, and I don't want to use my fingers.
iPad Pro.
No, I trust me. I got this. I got keyboard shortcuts, and I'm just like banging stuff out. Trust me. When I'm editing a video and I'm in my zone with my big monolith headphones with my custom Sony pads, I'm like 2 turntables and a microphone, man. I'm going, because I want to get to bed before the sun comes up. So, yeah.
Let's see.
No Rockville, man. No Rockville. Audio control EQ functions. what kind of functions are you looking for in the audio control? Like, if you go back like 5 or 6 weeks ago on Saturday, we've had the whole software up for you to see, and we did a whole like tutorial on what is in the software. So you may want to go back and check that out if you're interested in the audio control. Because we literally just take the whole mystique of it all and just break it down for you throughout the show. It's this show, but we did DSP. Normally, like, we did 4 or 5 weeks of DSP, and we were taking a break from it because and then when we come back from vacation, we're gonna start it off with the Audison Forza. Ooh. Yeah. So, you know, and the other day I said 8.1. And it's actually 8.9.
Yeah.
So this will be what we're coming back to, is the Forza 8 channels of DSP power, 85 by 4, or 85 by 8. Why do I keep saying 4? So it's 85 by 8, DSP 31, or no, it's not 31. So, you know what? We'll just have to wait and see, because I'm in vacation mode. I don't know my specs right now.
Exactly. Okay, so I have this one. Say I currently have Hertz Milli Pros, 3-way components. I currently have it run it with passive.
We just got to set those in.
Yeah. Do you recommend running active with an amplifier? I have an 8-channel amp. I would do it.
If you have the adequate DSP and EQ and the patience to sit there and tune it properly, yes.
Yes.
If you don't, no, you're not going to get that much more out of it. You know, you may, like if you want to go full active, full measure, full time correction, and you have the patience to sit there and tune it, then by all means. Otherwise, don't kid yourself, because it's a lot of work, and don't do it. But that's up to you. It will sound better once you're at the end of the road. Getting there, though, is going to be frustrating.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
All right, 2-kicker CXA 1200.1.
Wow.
On 2RE Audio MX 12s.
Wow.
How important it's to
Gain match?
gain match, exactly.
It's extremely important. It's extremely
Very
important to
important.
gauge match.
Yeah.
You definitely have to gain match. So the question is gain matching. What is gain matching? Gain matching is where you take a test tone,
Ricardo.
put it in your CD player, play it from your smartphone. It doesn't matter. You go to one amplifier, okay, and without the subs connected, and you put it on, and you turn up the gain. You already know your clip point, so you want to figure out where. So you want to. Okay, this one is putting out 22 volts, 22.5 volts. You want to make sure that the parallel amplifier to it is putting out 22.5 volts. You want them to match. Because if one is putting out 24 volts and the other one is putting out 22 volts, that's going to suck. Now, if you're using something like a oscilloscope or a DD1 to measure where a clip is, you need to set it to the lowest amplifier. You have to set it up for the lowest common denominator. So like if this one clips here and this one is a little off, you have to bring them both down. That's important. Don't just set them both to clip, because the output voltage isn't going to be the same.
Okay, so we have 2 minutes. And this is going to be
I'm trying
right
to
here.
figure... What is your favorite boutique amplifier, such as Mercury? I really don't have one, but Mercury is cool. And
Mercury is good.
Stay tuned on the Mercury thing. Hold on, stop, right there. I'm trying to figure out how to connect an LC6i to a factory stereo, but do not know if to hook it up after factory amp or before. Cutting the wires to connect LCI. Yes. The first question I asked Brent is, what kind of car do you have? Because the LC7i or LC6i might not be the right product. You may need an Amp Pro. An LC6i, though, is also designed to go after the amplifier. Have you checked to see if your amplifier has variable voltage output? Because you might not need an LC product. You might just need to solder in some RCAs. So what you're going to want to do is, if you didn't see that video we did a couple weeks back about when we were in the Honda Civic
2015 Chevy Impala
testing,
you probably need an
amp. You need to go back
Pro.
and watch that one. I think it's something so like how to test to see what kind of amplifier you have or something like that. You need to watch that video because that video we explain the whole process of what you need to do to figure it out. Amp Pro to the D, we do that all the time.
Yep.
Like, Amp Pro to a D 4800. That's a great combination. Love that one. There was something gotta get. Okay, here we go. Do you get better SPL at 32 or 57? Depends on the car. Depends on the enclosure. Depends on the port. That's a tough one.
There you go. So Brent has a 2015 Chevy Impala with the Bose system.
Amp Pro GM61.
That's it.
Amp Pro GM61.
You don't need
go to
the
pack-audio.com, see if the Amp Pro GM61 will work in your car. It should.
Yeah,
Plug
sure.
it in. 6-channel preamp output, front, rear, center, sub.
4 volt.
5 volt, non-EQ'd, nothing. That's the product you need for that car, not an LC6i. An LC6i is not going to work in that car after the amplifier, and it will not work before after the amplifier. You're going to get crap out of that. There is a better product available for you now.
Yep.
Yes, it costs more, but it is the right thing for that job. If you're going to, you know, and I get that a lot. They go, oh, the Amp Pro costs so much money. And it's like, yeah, but what are you doing? You're putting a stereo in your car. Give yourself a chance to make it sound good. An LC6i, great piece, not for that. If anything, you could kind of get an LC8i to work, but it's still not going to be great.
Yep.
And we want great. That's why you're improving the sound quality. You want greatness. All right, guys. That brings us to the end of the show. That puts us at an hour. Please go vote. Listen, you guys have a great, safe week, okay? Because no shows. We're sorry. I might do a live. I don't know, just to be like, hey, I'm floating in the lazy river. Yeah. We'll see you guys when we get back and be safe, that kind of thing. But maybe not. I don't know. I kind of want to forget about this for a week. Yeah, Amp Pro. Pack-audio.com. Go there. See if they make the AP4 GM61. They also make a T-harness for your car, so you don't have to cut any wires or nothing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
With that, remember, guys, Uber, Lyft, they're cheap. It's a Friday night. Party on, Wayne.
Vacation starts tomorrow.
One day he'll know. He'll say party on, Garth. All right, guys, you have fun. Thanks for being super fans. Thanks for giving us a week off.
People.
Blow some stuff up, but not your fingers.
No, just fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Blow some fireworks. I thought that was implied. All right. But yeah, have some fun, make some noise, tick off the neighbors. Be safe, though, because when we get back, there's a Monday somewhere in there. When we're back, we're going to be live again, and we're going to have all kinds of fun.
Yay.
Yay. All right, guys.
See you guys.
See
Bye.
ya.